So here we are, just touching up the engine. Again, this engine was originally painted black from the factory, and you can see just over time it's just kind of flaked off right here. It's just the cylinder and not anything else. So what I'm doing is touching it up, and what I'm using is a little engine paint from Duplicator engine paint, some Q-tips, and I'm going at it, and I'll show you. I'm just spraying it into the cap. The cap doubles as a little reservoir to hold the paint in. So then I'm just getting it in there and then just touching it up. Again, this is the first coat. I'm going to do a couple of coats on this. Guys, I'm not doing concourse restoration. I'm trying to make this thing look better. This is going to be a rider for somebody. They're not going to get this bike and it be a full restoration and them just put it in their man cave and just look at it. This is going to be one that somebody rides. So I'm just making it look better. That's kind of what I focus on, right? I'm not an expert. I just like to, I tell people I don't restore motorcycles. I just make pretty riders, right? And this is the first coat, just getting it in there. And then what we'll do is I'll let this dry. I'll heat cycle the engine just to kind of bake it. And then I'll come on and put another coat, right? Get it in there good, all over. Now the great thing about this is you can see already it makes such a difference pretty quickly. It just cleans it up. It's like putting Armor All on your tires, right? It just cleans it up. It just makes it look a little better. I'm not so worried about getting it perfect right here on the bottom. I'm gonna clean it up after, but just trying to make it look a little better. And you can see already this side looks so much better. Just going through, and then once you heat cycle it a couple of times, you bake that paint in and then come back and put another coat, it'll be awesome. And the other thing that you can do, and I'll show you the other side what it looks like after I've got one complete coat on, but I'm just getting this on, just using these Q-tips, just getting it on all the way through. But what I like to do after is once you get it all painted, you're finished painting it all the way through, then you can take sandpaper and just sand the edges of the fins. So you get this black and silver on the edges, so it really cleans it up. And you don't notice that it was painted with a Q-tip, right? Because all I'm doing is trying to clean it up, make it look a little better, and trying my best not to drip it all over the place to make my cleanup a little easier. But it cleans up pretty good. I'll hit it with some sandpaper, like I said, when I'm done, just to clean up that. But you can see what that looks like already. Let me take you to the other side and show you what it looks like after one complete paint. That's one coat. And that looks considerably better than if you remember what it looked like on the other side. It just makes the whole thing look cleaner. And that's all basically we're doing, is what can we do to clean this motorcycle up to make it look better. You can see I touched up the Yamaha here too, and I'm not worried about the going over because I'm going to come back and clean that up. A little Scotch-Brite, we'll take that off and it'll be perfect. Here, in fact, I'll show you really quickly. I'll just grab this, just a little Scotch-Brite, left hand. Again, how much better does that look, right? Being able to see it. That's all I'm trying to do. If I can make these look better, that's what we'll do. And little bitty things like that, like cleaning it up, you can see that once we get another coat on this, it's going to look considerably better. But guys, if we give this thing the 5-foot test, hey, that looks way better than it did before, which was this right here on this side. See right there on the bottom in the front, it looks considerably better than what it did there, even just looking here. It just cleans it up. It just makes such a difference. So tips and tricks that hopefully help you out. Okay guys, looks like our paint has had time to dry. So now we're going to go ahead and take the paint off the edges of these fins just to clean it up a little bit. Guys, this is something we painted with engine paint and a Q-tip. Let's keep that in mind. And sanded the fins, the edges of the fins, and I think it looks great. That looks considerably better when you look at that. It's just a neat way to kind of clean it up a little bit, make it look a little special without spending a lot of time, energy, or effort, and virtually no money. This was engine paint I had laying around. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Motorcycle Rewind, and more importantly, subscribe. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.